See the hull moving?
Yeah. Does anybody need a kidney? These people took all of our money. Why does that zinc look like it broke? This feels right. How's it feel to be home?
Last week, we told you that we found out some news that could end our journey. And this is what's going on.
Hey everybody, welcome back. When we last left it, we were getting towed into Fort Pierce for a haul out. We had left Cape Marina and Cape Canaveral and headed south. We got as far as Fort Pierce and had to get rescued in the middle of the night. And we're left at Anchorage for like a week, I guess, 10 days. And then we had to get towed in to fix our prop shaft. I had done a repair that didn't work out well. We've been in the mud a couple of times, Misha.
Think so?
Do you see this over here? They were going to do the work. We were paying people to do the work. We have no money, but we thought, a prop shaft can't be that horrible. That's what we knew when we gave them our boat. Prop shaft, new deck drain hoses, scupper hoses, and these big 1.5-inch seacocks were frozen. Just free them. And they're doing the work. And like every week, they would call us.
They did. With something else was wrong, something else needed to be replaced, something else was broken.
They did a great job, all things considered, and fixed the boat up. $10,000. That's ridiculous.
So when we set out on this adventure, we sold all of our belongings, we sold our RV, and we had about $20,000 to work with. And that was enough by our research and everything that we had kind of learned.
Our budget.
That was our budget for 1 year of sailing. And
right. That's like $1,500 to $2,000 a month.
Right.
Should be more than enough to get us for a year. We had more funds prior to leaving for the Bahamas, so it was that day that we left for the Bahamas, where we're done, and we're just headed out. At that point, we had $20,000 in the coffer.
Right.
And
that was after all of the initial repairs and upgrades, the solar.
Yeah, everything we had done to that point, right? So,
yes. So we thought we were good to go. We had 20 grand in savings, and that was going to last us for a year's worth of travel.
We don't have annuities or dividends or stocks to sell. That's it, right?
Right, this is it.
If you think YouTubers make a lot of money, and you notice in April we made quite a bit more. That's from one video. That termite video really got a lot of views.
What we did not expect was, before we even got started on our journey, having to shell out over $10,000 in repairs.
When we hauled out, the operator of the lift commented, "Hey, your keel kind of swings a little."
So here's the deal, people. Last week we told you that we found out some news that could end our journey. And this is what's going on. Our keel is broken.
All right, so they've hoisted the boat off the jacks. We're going to move it into storage. I wanted to get some video of our flexible keel, which we're going to have to fix. It's going to be staggeringly expensive, and I don't know if we'll be able to afford to keep sailing with this. Hey! All right. Get that wiggle on the front of the hull. Yeah, it's not supposed to move like that, right?
Yes. Like it's broken there. Over there.
Okay.
Here. Everything. Look, see, it's water inside.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Turn from white to gray, then fade to
You do it on both sides?
fall down to the ground just to be born
Probably just check it inside, maybe. Water. Yeah. Right here.
Yeah, now this is the seam between the fiberglass and the lead.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, so that I do expect a little bit of sag. This is no bueno.
Yeah, that's a problem. It's a big problem.
See.
and I don't know why this sand keeps slipping through
Put the line like
Where's this crack going?
Alright, we got one crack, set of cracks right here.
Okay.
Got another crack right here.
Okay.
Got another crack right here. So when we shake the keel, you'll see the hull here, and then you'll see this moving, and you'll see the bulkhead staying still. So get him started. See, it'll start shaking. Hey Giovanni! Can you shake it?
There you go.
See the hull moving? Yeah, this whole thing is deflecting. You can feel it. Or you can even feel it way up here.
Really?
Yeah, put your fingers on that.
Oh man, that's a lot too. Okay.
Can you feel it on the other side?
Oh yeah.
Okay, maybe
Underneath.
underneath. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay, yeah, because I can feel that crack opening and closing. Well, I can put my finger over the crack. Okay.
We have a crack in the hull at the radius where the hull meets the keel, and the grid inside the boat has separated from the hull. This is major. This is bad.
This is end the channel.
This is an end the channel event. The quote that they gave us to repair this damage was $32,000. $32,000. $32,000.
That is not something we can afford at all. That's not something we can afford in a few months. Neither of us have jobs. This is our job.
Yeah, that's crazy because we thought, well, we have enough to last us a year, and by then maybe our YouTube channel will be kicking enough to where we can kind of support a very, very minimalist lifestyle, but we'll be on the boat and
we won't have any debt.
And now we've got this $32,000 quote, which that's a no-go for us. That's a non-starter. We just can't do it. We can't come up with that.
Does anybody need a kidney? And yeah, when they gave us the news that there was that fiberglass structural damage, and it was going to be $32,000. There was a day or two, full day or two, where we just we didn't know what to do. Right, we're done. This is ended, and decided, look, we can quit, or we can try and do it ourselves. We can't ruin the boat anymore. I mean,
Wow.
we might be able to. Yeah, knock on wood. But we might as well try, right? There are YouTube channels out there where people have had their grid separated and refiberglassed it, so it's doable. It's a thing. We decided, you know what? Let's do this. Let's actually try and fix the boat ourselves. We will have to learn fiberglass. It'll take forever, but it won't cost $30,000. It'll cost like $3,000. They still were working on the boat, the prop shaft and stuff like that. So we, with the news that our boat is broken and we're gonna have to fix it ourselves, went to Texas for 6 weeks because it was free. We stayed with my mom and let them work on the boat. We can't be on the boat while they're working on it, and we can't afford to pay to stay somewhere close to the boat. So we just went to Texas.
And that gave us a chance to kind of regroup and figure out what our next move is, and start the process of healing for flow.
We found a yard that allows you to live on the boat on the hard in St. Augustine, Florida. Our friend with the hurricane-damaged Beneteau, who was out in the Bahamas, was taking his Beneteau to that yard so he could live on it. And he knows fiberglass. He's been properly schooled in fiberglass. That's starting to come together.
Yes, it really could not have worked out better.
No, that's perfect. So we called down to the boatyard in Fort Pierce and said, all right, we're going to come get our boat, and we are going to take it to St. Augustine. Okay, well, this is it. Splash day. We are about to pull up to flow. We haven't seen her in... How long were we in Texas? 6 weeks. Ugh. These people took all of our money. And hopefully we're giving us a boat that is better than the way I fixed it. There's flow! Yay! All right, here we go. Oh, she's filthy. How's it feel to be home? Alright, so here's the zinc. I'm going to separate it into its two halves. I'm going to mount it on the prop as such. Screw it in place. Why does that zinc look like it broke? Doesn't look like it broke. Right here, look at this. Come over here.
Just as you were installing it? Look at that. It did. You tightened it too much?
You can't, I'm supposed to tighten it, whack it with a hammer, and tighten it again. I wonder if it was the wrong size. Stop.
Do you think the other zinc was just old? Like, do they degrade over time?
I guess. I don't know. Manufacturing defect or what. We just tried to put a zinc on here and it broke in half. So I had to run down to buy another $12 zinc. Tried to put this one on and it's brittle. Like you can see pieces of it just breaking off. Never seen that before. Oh yeah. So you can see this just broke apart. When we splashed, now because we have to do this prop alignment, the boat has to be in the water for 24 hours. When we splashed, we have to wait 24 hours. They do a final alignment, and then we're good to go. Recording?
Yeah, it's still recording.
Do your thing. This feels right. Saving $1 to be they wanted us to slip for one night at like $180 a night. Ugh. Why? When I can come right out here for free for one night.
Oh, yeah.
We were told it was okay to, at low RPM, motor out to an anchorage before they check the final alignment. We have a drive saver on now. We are going at low RPM. Actually, we're just above idle. Or actually, we are at idle. We spent 24 hours in the water. We motor back up to the fuel dock at idle. He said, even though it wasn't aligned because of the drive saver, we could reasonably idle around just fine. Mm-hmm. They did their final alignment. I think it only took like an hour and a half. He did the final alignment. While he's doing the final alignment, I tanked up with water. I tanked up with diesel, and we tested out the engine. Everything was smooth, and we went back out to the anchorage. Our plan was to motor up the ICW, get to St. Augustine, and start fixing the boat ourselves. Next week, we have a phenomenally pleasant motor up the ICW. It kind of recharges our motivation and gets us to St. Augustine.
It's quite nice. It's quite nice. We'll share that with you guys coming up next week.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Catch us on social media. We are on Facebook and Instagram at For Love of Wind.
Bye.
See you next time.
Murdering puppies.
That made me laugh.